As of September 23, 2023, there are currently 47 volcanoes which are actively erupting around the planet. One of these erupting volcanoes is the Ruby Seamount, which is a submarine volcano considered part of the United States in the Northern Mariana Islands. With the summit lying at a depth of 230 meters or 755 feet below sea level, Ruby Seamount erupted for its first time in 28 years on September 15th of 2023, producing a series of underwater explosions and a large plume of discolored water visible from satellite. While this eruption, in my opinion, does not pose any risk to those that live on any of the many regional islands, I would still recommend that ships and people keep a minimum distance of 10 miles or 16 kilometers away from its summit. With this being said, here are this week's major volcano-related news stories. In Russia, a Kuril Island volcano erupted anew, albeit in a seemingly low-intensity eruption. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, ground uplift is ongoing at the Gamalama volcano, and this is quite worrying. And, in what is this week's top story, fairly rapid ground deformation began occurring at the tall and potentially dangerous Semeru volcano on the island of Java. This new uplift was first detected on September 16th, although it may have been ongoing since as early as September 4th. During this 12-day time span, the summit area of this volcano has been pushed upwards by 12 centimeters, equaling 1 centimeter a day. While Semeru is actively erupting right now, the new high rate of uplift likely signals the influx of a new and large batch of magma. This intrusion, if it continues, is likely to place a significant amount of highly pressurized gas beneath Semeru's active lava dome, which currently acts as a plug. Gas could then significantly build in pressure until it becomes so great that it cracks overlying rock, exploding upwards and releasing long-reaching pyroclastic flows in a subplinian or large-scale volcanian eruption. Such intrusions of a nearly identical appearance along with associated ground deformation occurred in the days to months before Semeru produced two highly destructive eruptions on December 4, 2021 and then again on December 4, 2022 involving 13-kilometer long and reportedly 19-kilometer long pyroclastic flows respectively. However, while 1 centimeter a day of uplift is quite significant, it is still less than the 2 centimeters a day seen during a period before the 2022 eruption occurred, which suggests that if a large eruption was to occur, it would be smaller than witnessed in 2022. Thus, in my opinion, a possible VEI3 eruption could occur at some point in the next 3 months at Semeru, although it is not a complete guarantee that such an eruption will occur at all. Regardless, please keep out of the current state exclusion zone affecting areas up to 17 kilometers away from Semeru's summit. Meanwhile, on Indonesia's Ternate Island, there is an increasing potential concern, at least in my opinion, regarding the central Gamalama volcano, as there appears to be an active magmatic intrusion ongoing 2.5 kilometers offshore of Gamalama's northwest flank, which is seemingly occurring alongside an increased rate of earthquakes at a depth of 3 to 9 kilometers in the same location. This suggests that magma is currently at a depth of 4 kilometers and is actively intruding upwards, pushing up overlying ground. Here is why this is a major problem if the magma reaches the surface. The last time a flank eruption occurred in this approximate location, it formed a 710 meter or 2,330 foot wide maar in a powerful explosion, releasing a pyroclastic flow that erased several villages off the map, leading to 1,300 deaths. While there is no guarantee that this magma will reach the surface or erupt in a similar manner, the fact that it may even be centered offshore suggests that if it does erupt, a highly explosive manner would be quite likely, perhaps even generating a regional tsunami from such an explosion. Thus, if this magma continues to ascend upwards, a large-scale evacuation of the 200,000-plus population of Ternate might be required. However, as the current volcanic unrest is still being analyzed, such an evacuation has not been considered yet, and likely only will be ordered if an eruption becomes likely. In Russia, the remote Sarychev Peak volcano erupted anew on September 21st as thermal signatures on its summit appeared to suggest that a small lava dome was beginning to slowly grow in its summit crater. However, I have potential evidence that this eruption may have been ongoing since September 9th, as that marks the first satellite detection of increased heat signatures. While this eruption could remain as a small-scale effusive event, it is quite likely to escalate, in my opinion, to a moderate volume explosive eruption at some point in the future. Here is a quick list of all the world's volcanoes which are currently erupting. Additionally, here are some volcanoes showing signs of unrest which are not erupting as of the recording of this video on September 23rd of 2023. As a final note, I would like to thank this channel's patrons on Patreon and channel members on YouTube.